friends. Welcome to Chasing K-Dramas, the podcast that dissects popular Korean dramas episode by episode. We delve into the characters, themes, and everything in between. I am your host, Dulcé Sloan, and this is my co-host,
Chrissy Choi.
We're doing a live show. I got shows coming up. We're doing a live show September 1st in the Hollywood Improv in the Lab. And it's on Labor Day, because that's when September is.
Yes.
It's Labor Day. Not Memorial, but the Labor. And we have a special guest coming.
Yes.
So we had Johnny Park, aka Doomfounded. So Johnny Opa came, and we're gonna bring y'all a special guest for this Marry My Husband finale. Because y'all have been giving us so much great feedback on this show. And we figured it'd be nice to come together and fellowship and talk about Marry My Husband together. So we're really excited. The tickets are available right now. Y'all go ahead and get them to let the venue know, hey, people are interested, because we want us to keep doing these live shows.
Yeah.
And what I would love to do is we want to do them on the road.
I know. That's going to be the goal.
That's the goal, is to be able to travel and be like, hey, Duluth, we're here.
Yes. I think the goal would be, so we're doing the LA one, and I think the next one will probably be New York.
Ooh.
Yeah, we should aim for New York, and then
Atlanta would be the next logical place to
I know.
go.
I feel like New York too. A lot of our fans, so our fans are split. It's LA and California.
That makes sense.
LA and New York. So that's what I'm trying to aim for, those like main pockets.
Yeah, you can't. It doesn't make sense to go where you don't have fans.
I'm sure though, Duluth, Georgia, I'm sure we have fans there too. So
Listen, it makes sense to go where your fans are. I'm back on tour, so all of my dates are online on all of the things. I'm on the Linktrees. Let's see, Linktrees, Instagram, all of that. But I was at the Laughing Skull, and then I'm going to be at the Payment Arts Center. So I'm going to be and then I'm going to be at the Rockland Strand in August. So this is August 7th at Payment, August 8th in Rockland, Maine, August 9th in Algonquin, Maine. So a lot of Maine and Massachusetts. So I have a bunch of dates coming up, and I'm tearing to the end of the year. And if you want to see what the rest of my dates are, you can go to dulcesloan.com/tour. And there's a whole post on my Instagram about it. So come out to these shows, because, hey, what are we doing? Making sure my mama never works at Amazon ever again.
yes. So in today's drama chase,
Woo!
we're going to be talking about episode 8. We are in the halfway point. It's very exciting. A lot of fun stuff. So I was saying, like, the last episode, it felt like a filler episode, but then after our discussion, it felt like we kind of like understood the psyche of Cheok better. But in this episode, I feel like it picks up very quickly. There's a lot that happens. So our key moments. So Jiwon and Soomin, they finally have a face-off. They have a showdown over the retreats. They have that flag competition, and they go at it.
This is when you play that Britney Spears song, Showdown.
Yes. Here comes the showdown. What comes around goes around. So
if you wanted
true.
proof that I lived in a sorority house in college,
Such a good
sorority
song.
that I wasn't in.
So Jiwon also tells Soomin how she feels about her, which is such a great moment.
But
so
it's
delicious.
also genius.
So good.
Because
It's so good because
Soomin punishes Jiwon
yes.
by sleeping with Minhwan.
Yes. And
And then Minhwan chooses Jiwon over Soomin and then proposes again.
Yep.
And Jiwon and Jiha grow closer.
Yes. So a lot of things happen.
It's
lot very exciting.
Of things happen.
So for the opening scene, so we pick back up. Everyone is looking for the flag, right? So Soomin drags Minhwan because Soomin was trying to find someone that she could use, right? She managed to get Minhwan. So she drags Minhwan over to the lake because she wants him to go into the lake to get the flag, right? But then, Lord and behold, what happens?
The flag is on the ground because somebody else has it.
Which is great. Then we jump to the campgrounds, and it's our trio, Jiwon, Churan, and Hyun, and they're just chatting.
And they're in a tent, and Jiwon is sneezing.
She's sneezing because she apparently went into the water, right? And she got the flag. So I guess...
Even though her hair looks gorgeous.
And I guess because we don't know what happens after the final scene with her and Cheok in the water, right? Like, So I'm assuming Jihook swam and got it?
I would figure so, or he walked his tall ass out there.
Right, because the whole point in that end of that speech was Jiwon's like, I'm gonna do this on my own, right?
And then Jihook's like, you almost drowned. Let me help you a little bit.
Like, tattoo, your dad sent me.
Should we get tiny heart tattoos? Should we get tiny temporary heart tattoos?
Yeah. Or what was it, the sun tattoo?
Oh, the sun tattoos. You remember those?
You said, I think you mentioned it last time.
Yes, the sun tattoo was always crazy, and for some reason, it was always the Playboy Bunny logo. Oh. Like I never saw a sun tattoo of anything else, or like girls that would use tanning beds. They would have like those sun tattoos. It was interesting that some girl was in the back, like, what are you doing? Cutting out stickers for some weird girl to put in her pant on her bikini line. So weird. It was always a Playboy Bunny or a butterfly. It was very nuts, but. She asked Joran and Hyun what they think it means when Jihook tells her he wants to be solid land for her.
So she asks, what does it mean to be on solid land? Because she doesn't tell them it was Jihook, right? Because no one knows that they have this like close relationship.
Right.
So everyone's like, what do you mean? Like and they're thinking that Minhwan had asked her. And then Joran's, well, that's a weird question. I don't know. Why don't you just ask him? You could invite him over to your camper because you want, because he's your boyfriend.
So he should be in your camper because he's your boyfriend.
And then she also remembers this, right? She's like, okay, so in the previous 2013, Minhwan pulls her out of the tent, but then she realizes that this is the moment. Like, this is the D-Day for Soomin and Minhwan to get together.
Because she's like, could this be the D-Day? And Hyun's like, what? D-Day for what? And it's just like,
yes.
That's why I say I want to see her audition tape so bad. Because if she ends up in the tent, like, she's like, so first of all, she's like, I'm going to be in the camper. I'm going to do this for me.
Yeah.
Soomin's not going to get the camper. And then I'm going to start, and this is when we first start exchanging the fate. She's going to end up in that tent. And then Minhwan's going to show up and be like, I need to be in the tent.
Right. So he's going to, so she's hoping everything happens to what has happened previously, right? So then again, Jiwon sees Jihook again because they're just running into each other at random moments.
It makes sense. They're at a retreat. There's only so many people there.
That's true.
And apparently he's not interacting with anybody else.
Just her. So she tells him, she's like, you know what? So you remember in the last episode, Jiwon looks at Soomin's like diamond necklace, right? We found out in this moment, Jiwon tells Jihook that Minhwan probably bought Soomin that necklace using the money that he took from Jiwon. You remember in last episode, he was upset that he had to give up his Roy Gentle stocks.
Yep.
So he asks her for money, right? Jiwon thinks that he used that money to buy her this necklace because every time Minhwan, if there's like a gift that he like buys someone, he always expects something in return. So this happened to Jiwon too. So in the past, he bought her a necklace, and then I guess they slept together.
What I loved is that there was like a little light inside of this jewelry box. I don't know when that started. I kind of like it. I think it's fancy, but then sometimes like how you change the battery in the jewelry box.
It's so crazy.
But it's like this pattern of, well, this is like, it's kind of, this is the same man that would complain about gold diggers.
Exactly.
This is the exact same man. You give women presents for things, but I did hear a very successful man on the internet say one day,
oh no,
men with money don't worry about gold diggers.
True.
Because they have actual gold.
True. That's true.
I've never heard a man who's well-to-do
being like, oh, I'm scared of this woman taking my treasures.
Right,
yeah.
because you have it.
You have the money, so who cares? It's always poor men.
It's always men who are just enough, but it's also like, sir, if she can get your money out of you, this is your own fault.
This is making me realize, I did wonder during Queen of Tears slush fund, I was shocked that it was actual money. I expected it to be gold, like gold bars.
Like Scrooge McDuck?
Because to me, I feel like the chairman would have been smarter if he just had like gold bars. I will go gold bars.
It's too heavy. It's too heavy. Here's the fucked up part. The necklace is bigger and more expensive.
Then Jiwon's necklace. So Jiwon's just like,
Her
I guess
necklace was a chain.
It was a little bebe one. So she
I don't
was
even
like,
know if she...
yeah. So she then tells Chuck, she's just like, well, I guess I was easier than Soomin.
I felt so bad for her because, like, why would she think that just because her necklace was smaller, this is the necklace that
makes her easier.
That makes her easier because this is the necklace that he could afford. Because did he borrow money from her the first time to get her necklace?
I think in a weird way, though, I understand what she means because I think Jiwon, if you compare Jiwon to a Soomin, I think Soomin is a type of person who kind of knows what she wants and she comes across.
Yes.
She's put together. You know, she's confident. She knows she's pretty. So automatically, I think men in general with women like that, because Soomin technically compared to Jiwon back in the day, right? Jiwon was dowdy. She was like a dork. She was kind of nerdy. She didn't have any friends. So I think that's what she means. Like, oh, I must have been easier, meaning like he didn't have to put that much effort to win her over, which was kind of true. Right. You know? So I think that's what she's kind of alluding to.
I get it, which is,
it's sad.
It's sad.
But it's also Minhwan is that kind of like he's not a nice person, you know?
But also it's that the transactional
nature of it. Yeah.
Where it's like we've been taught that like, well, if this man gives you something, you have to be nice to him.
Well,
but it's like this man gave me something and now
I have to sleep with him.
Access to my body?
Oh, God.
He didn't buy me. What?
I know. It's nuts.
It's absolutely nuts. But so she reflects on like the mistakes and stuff. And it's like, but you have to always go, you made the best decision you could make based on the information that you had.
Exactly.
And so that's why Ji-Hawk encourages her. And he's always encouraging her. And so now they've got a new plan.
Yes, the new plan.
We have to ensure that Soomin gets flag number 4, which is the single tent. And if he's got the sleeping bag, he's going to find a way to get into that tent. But we got to get him drunk.
Yes.
To force them to be together.
Yes. So, of course, Soomin, she successfully gets flag number 4. So you see her running and like grabbing people's thing, right?
Which is still, because again, she yoked that lady up too.
She did. This scene is, anyways, this is crazy. So then Jiwon is walking around. I'm like, why are you walking around with the flag? Like, if I would have gotten the flag, she was inside a tent.
But also, why didn't she just leave it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
With Judon and Haeyeon.
Exactly. Why are you waving it around? Because that is just asking for trouble. So, of course, Soomin spots her, right? And she sneaks up on her. And then this is like one of my favorite scenes, honestly. Was not expecting this. So Soomin tries to grab it, but then Jiwon,
using her new
judo
self-defense
skills,
moves,
grabs it right back, and they are like fighting as she pushes her to the ground. She like slams.
Well, she grabs her by her hair first, and then she's like, "Oh no, my bracelet is stuck. My bracelet is stuck." She ain't even wearing a bracelet. My bracelet is stuck, and she is slinging this girl around. She has no bracelet on. She throws her to the ground.
Crazy. And then she goes, quote, "You're not mad at me, are you? This is just a game, and this wouldn't have happened if you didn't try to take it away from me in the first place."
Which is something that
very
Soomin
true
would have said to her.
Right.
And so she walks away, but she feels guilty, and she wants to make sure that she's okay.
That Soomin is okay, which...
And then Soomin, expecting her to come back to check on her because they've known each other 4 years, grabs her by her bun and viciously pushes her down. And then she just starts giggling, and she says, "I knew you would come back. I can't believe you went into the water. I guess this is why everyone's impressed with you." Right? And so it's like, first of all, the acting is amazing.
So good.
And Jiwon is just like very upset when she's on the ground. But what's interesting is Soomin said, "I knew you would come back."
Yeah.
Which means all she had to do was just go, "Let me just hold on. I didn't lose this flag."
Yeah. Which is, again, like you said, the acting was so good. To see Jiwon going back and forth, right? From wanting to win so badly. Her fighting. Like, she's showing a side that she's never shown before.
Because I'm sure
she's being as vicious. I mean, she grabbed her hair. It was a pretty vicious move.
I'm sure Soomin, while her hair was grabbed, also, no one's going to get... Because here's the thing. On American shows, when someone's getting grabbed by the hair, it's always by the bottom.
Yeah, no, in Korea,
it's scalp.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to the root. I am firmly planted.
Yeah.
You about to have a patch when I'm done with you.
So my mom used to tell me when she was little, like, that's how the girls would fight in Korea. My mom, like, it's like a very intense, like, fighting. And she would say, she's like, in the dramas, I'd be like shocked at the way these people were acting. She's like, nope, common occurrence. This is how people fight. I'm like, oh my God, because you're right. In America, it's always the bottom. It's never like.
Well, I always I saw white girls were the only ones I ever saw grab hair. When I saw black girls fight, they never grabbed hair. Oh. They fight. Because I remember Miami, what they used to do is girls used to take off their shirts.
I saw a fight in middle school with black girls.
Real shit. No hair grabs.
Oh, no, it was all hair grab. Weaves came out.
Listen.
I kid you not.
There was a track in the
came
floor.
out. No, the track was in the girl's hair as she waved it around. And everyone was like, this was like in 8th grade. I was like shocked. I was like, what's happening right now?
Listen, I've seen a ponytail yanked off. But I remember Miami.
Oh, they yank hair. They yank hair.
I can see it was. The only fights I ever saw with black girls were like their hair was done. So you take off earrings and it was just like.
So it's like respectful. It's
right. Like, hey, I'm with you, bitch. Well, we ain't doing hair. I've heard that before a fight. We ain't doing hair. Hit me, but you know how much my hair cost? Bitch, no. But
I guess when you're little, you don't know any better, but it was wild.
I remember when it was. Miami, I remember it was like the girls would take off their shirts before they fought. Like they would take off earrings and some boob, there's always a boob out. And I was like, why did you take off your shirt?
Just put your clothes on.
Keep your shirt on. Because you see like men take off and I was like, what are we doing here? What is this? Also, we're in a suburb. What's happening? But like, yeah, it was either, but my favorite fights is when you see girls and it's just like, not the hair, but the shoulders. And now we're just kind of rocking
back and forth.
And then when the boys would fight, it was just the shoulder to shoulder thing. And they're just kind of like walking in a circle.
And I will tell you something. Korean girls are vicious when it comes to fighting. Like they are like truly watching this. I was just like, it's very realistic. When I was in Korea, because, I've never gotten in a fight at all. When we were studying abroad in Korea, we were in Busan and we went to a club called Club Foxy. Classic. Club Foxy. So I was with my three girlfriends and 3 guy friends, right? We all went. We were clearly speaking English because we're Korean American in the club. My friend Grace, she's very like athletic build and she's kind of like, she's like tougher. Like everyone else are just kind of, we're sitting there dancing. This random Korean girl shoves me. And I was like, oh no. And I don't like confrontation. So I like kind of like moved over. I was like, maybe it was an accident. So I kind of go over.
She comes over and shoves you again.
She didn't shove me again. This time she shoves Grace, but Graves doesn't take shit, right? So she shoves Grace. Grace looks at her, shoves her back.
Right.
And then within a second, the girl grabs Grace by the freaking hair.
Yes.
This is the middle of the club. Pulls her down. There is screaming commotion.
Yes.
Would not let Grace go. And Grace is like,
yes. I'm an American. I'm swinging.
And then my guy friends are all over 6 foot. All these Korean guys, for some reason, my guy friends. They had to like move the girl's face over. And it was insanity.
Yeah.
And then we got kicked out because of course we're Korean American. They don't like us.
Right.
And it was crazy. But I just like, it just to me, it's like for no reason. We weren't doing anything to them. I didn't do anything. I was just like dancing. But they did not like the fact that we spoke English. That was it.
It's the idea of, oh, they're Americans. They think they're better than us. And that's a lot of the times when people get in fights and arguments. I hear this so many times. It's you think you're better than me. And it's like, I don't know.
I don't even know
who you are. Where did you come from?
Right.
And so the fact that Soomin also always wants to keep Jiwon in this place where she's like, she remembers that she's a loser. And it's just like, it makes you go, what is the catalyst event that gets Soomin to write that letter to Eunho, to break up all of her relationships. What is it that she believes? Because you see Jiwon is a good person.
Jiwon is a good person. She's such a sweet person.
So what is it that Soomin thinks that Jiwon
did
to make her treat this woman like this for decades?
And I think with this fight too, when they're fighting, clearly Jiwon has all the reasons to be fighting back,
Absolutely.
right? Pent up. But I also think if you think about Soomin right now, the past couple episodes, it's basically like, again, it's all about control, right? For Soomin, right? As a narcissist, she needs to control her. But this entire like 5 episodes, right, prior, Jiwon has not been like, Jiwon was refusing to be controlled by Soomin.
She's not answering the phone. She's not answering text messages.
Exactly.
She's not showing up when she's telling her to.
She's ignoring her. She's
ignoring her. She didn't give her the meal kit project. She's like, well, and then she has to go, remember, I was here for you the entire time. And anytime somebody, her going, remember that I've always been for you, is when some trifling ass man goes to you, why you bringing up old shit when you bring up something that he did that was fucked up? It's the same energy. It's the same vibe. So Soomin is mad.
Yeah.
Because Jiwon isn't acting how she should be and letting her have her way.
Exactly.
Jiwon is mad because she's been disrespected and mistreated and abused by this person.
Yeah. And killed by her.
For decades. So so we get to the flag ceremony,
which is also like so funny. This company does not work.
I mean, it's
they're
nighttime.
They're having an award ceremony for the game. That's cute.
You gotta know who's
sleeping where.
So it's like they're doing the countdown. This person here is this person there, this person here, and the tension that we have.
Yes, it's like who won? Who
got flag one? And you see Minhwan, and everyone's looking around and looking around and looking around. And even though I've already seen this show once, and this is the second time that I watched it, I was sitting there going, who won? Who got it?
They do know how to build up the tension.
Because I can say that, okay, so, I have my girl wet moments. This is my...
I wonder if you and I have the same girl wet moment.
Hold on. This is my mumsy moment.
Okay.
So Mumsy is my mom. Marianne Hill is how Ronnie Chang pronounces it. He loves saying my mom's name for some reason. My mumsy moment was obviously the fight because we were sitting there putting labels on like the giggle gloss. Like, we put like labels like 200 tubes of lip gloss last night. And she goes, oh shit, okay. And she was very excited. She's like,
because it's like a fight. Good. It was a beat down.
It was a beat down. And she was excited for Jiwon.
And then, so then during the ceremony, you realize it's her, right? But then they go back to the resolution, right? The conclusion of the fight.
And that was the moment. Because when she got up, and so because she goes to leave and she grabs her by the leg. Because the first fight we were like, right, and then she comes back and you're like, damn. But it was her, because what's the song? We fall down, but we get up. You get it? You're a Christian. And so when she comes back, that was my mama's mumsy what moment, because she was like, yes. Get her, because she was like, because she said she deserved that ass whooping.
She did.
Because I'm talking about since Obama, she's been dealing with this girl's nonsense, and that wasn't even a president.
This is the best part though, because basically Soomin's just like, glamping is actually better than using a camper. She says that to her, right? And then when Jiwon grabs it back, she's like, glamping isn't better than a camper, and why would I take something that's less than? Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, what are you fucking talking about? And
she knows that it is. I had it right in front of me because but while we're in the middle of the fight, I was like, isn't this against the rules?
Fighting?
No, trying to get it back.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
The
fighting. Yeah. They're like, yeah.
Because if she ripped the thing off of her vest, then she's well within her right to take it from her.
Yeah.
But with that ass whooping, she don't want to tell nobody she got her ass whooped to get it up off of her.
So Soomin is stewing, right? She is
steaming mad.
She's pissed.
If this was a cartoon,
She
would
would
like
have
the thermometer or like the train whistle, like truly.
So like I was thinking about, because again, her acting here is so good. I was thinking about the reunion moment where that was the first time she was surprised, right? She was upset. But I think in that moment, she was just more like bewildered and just like gobsmacked at the fact that Jiwon was acting this way. Like she didn't know what happened. She didn't know what hit her. So she was kind of stunned and upset at the same time. But here, she's genuinely like pissed.
How very dare you?
She's like, I'm going to fucking kill you, bitch. Like
because
she is.
you're not supposed to act this way. Nope. Anytime you quote unquote act out of character with someone who has been taking advantage of you, they're going to be mad at you. So what would you rather do? Would you rather continue to let Soomin disrespect you and take things from you, or you're going to whoop this bitch's ass in the woods? I think the other reason that this show makes sense for people is because we've all met.
Oh, yeah. We all have a Soomin. We all know a Soomin.
We all know. And even if she hasn't affected us directly.
Yeah.
Even if we're like a showdown where you're seeing what she's doing.
Yes.
But it doesn't affect you directly.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this person's friends with this person.
Right.
How do I? Because sometimes when you can't stop something, all you can do is run interference.
Yeah.
And so they can see how she was treating her. So now, again, it all falls into the plan, but it also is that moment where she's like, she had like a personal, why am I turning around? Why do I feel bad? Why do I want to check and see if she's okay? I know.
And this is her like internal struggle of like, again, Jiwon at the core is a good person. So she is struggling. She's like, I need to get back at this person. I don't like her. She almost killed me. But the humanity with her is like, that was still her friend. They were still friends since they were 15 years old. You know, so I think she's like, and you can see that in her acting. You can see her going back and forth, which makes it so entertaining. Like it's so fun to watch. But again, all of this, like you're saying, it's a buildup because she needs to do this to Soomin, so Soomin sleeps with Minhwan.
Right.
She needs Soomin to take revenge on her. So she's like, okay, I got to continue doing all these things.
And so I got to dig and dig. It makes me think of older siblings. Like when you fight with your younger sibling, there's a way that like as an older sibling, you're like, I know I can you up. I know I can you up, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to let you get these little digs in because you're younger and you're a little smaller than me right now. And then when they get older, when I'm like, well, I'm like, yeah, you're an adult now. I know. But there were so many times I could have ended your life.
I remember I used to hit Kevin a lot when we were little. And then when he hit me back when he got older and it hurt me and I was like, oh, I guess I can't do that anymore. And I just like stopped. I was like,
well, y'all had a bigger age. Like me and my brother are only 16 months apart. Y'all had a huge age difference.
So I just like showed my colors. I was like beating my brother up and he's 8 years old.
See, my brother acts like I beat him up so bad. And there's so many times I stopped myself because I was his older sister. And I was just like, I know I can him up. But I didn't want to. And he acts like I was so awful to him. And I one day was like, do you know I could have killed you? Do you know there were, as in, not literally killed you, but like I was
a real beatdown.
I could have really you up. And I didn't because I know my mother would have killed me. Like there's no way I could have really you up because my mother would whoop my ass. So I didn't whoop your ass like I should have because my mother was going to whoop like my ass like she needed to. And so nobody was catching the ass whooping that they should have caught because I'm a good person. Now you want to be mad at me? Out of here. So Soomin caught the ass whooping she was supposed to get.
Yes.
And so now this hoe has the nerve to be mad, the unmitigated gall. And so Jiwon has to go, okay. She has to tell her what the real campaign is.
Right. So
because she's accusing her. Because Soomin, this is the craziest part. It's always, you're being so mean to me. And why are you acting like this to me?
She's always the victim.
And why are you not giving me what I want? Any people, whenever you meet someone who's always the victim in their story, it's always like, let me make sure you don't have my number. Let me make sure I don't know you very well. Because you're always going to be the victim. And so this is how you know that Jiwon was really reading a bitch the house down. Because when you are calmly speaking, because people think that yelling is bad. Yelling is not bad because my emotions are still involved. The fact that she was calmly saying, I just started to hate you. You're whining, trying to act cute, thinking everything that's mine is yours. It's annoying.
Yeah. And then Soomin, this part's crazy. She goes, but you yielded to me first. Is it bad that I took it for granted? You made me this way. It's your fault that I'm this way because you let me do this to you. What am I supposed to do now?
And then she's like, you're right. I always yielded, but now I'm going to stop. So for her to look her in the face and go, well, you made me this way, but you were this way.
Yeah.
You were this way. And you acknowledge that you're this way because you've been telling me since we got out here in these fucking woods that I'm going to use people around me. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get ahead.
Yes.
And also ask me why I'm not doing the same thing.
Yeah. And I'm doing it now. And now you're mad at me because I'm doing it to you. Right?
So since I'm sticking up to you and you're not getting your way, that mindset has always baffled me. Because it's like, well, people are supposed to just, and whenever you meet adults like this, it's so scary.
It is because they haven't, clearly Soomin has issues. We find it out in future episodes.
Right.
So she's not been able, she's not a fully developed person.
No,
she
because it's like you hit a point. It's a very toddler.
It's stagnant. She has been stagnant. She plateaued. Like she's just here and she has not changed since she was 15 years old. Honestly,
probably before that because it has to be 15 because she's teenage girl manipulative.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying it's 15 because she's doing like.
She's teenage mean. She's teenage manipulative. The cutesy thing, the yole, all of that.
Yeah. Jiwon tells her that I'm done yielding now because now I'm going to get married soon to Minhwan. I'm going to get married soon, so I need to prioritize my relationship with Minhwan and start focusing on building my family. So she's like, I don't have time for you anymore, basically. She says this knowing that is going to absolutely rile Soomin up because, oh, how dare you, right? It's like, okay, so you're going to leave me. You're going to stop yielding to me because now you have a new life ahead of you. You're going to marry your boyfriend and you're just going to have a family and leave me behind, right? So that is what really gets Soomin too, right?
Because she's like, oh, you're never going to marry this man.
Yeah, and she is so pissed at this point, right? And then Jihook comes over to Jiwon because Jiwon saw me. I also wanted to say Jiwon's outfit. Why are you wearing that at a campsite? Did you notice that? Again, that was my girl what moment. That's what I thought you were going to say. Your mom like talked about her outfit. Because she has this like freaking, it's like a going out
sweater
outfit.
Thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell she was wearing.
She was like sobbing on the floor.
This fashion show.
The dirt. And I'm like, is your dress not going to get dirty?
She's in suede boots,
cream top. Like I was like, it's a little extra.
Very wild cut of this outfit.
It's pretty. It's like it's cute. It's like a turtleneck sweater thing with a long skirt. It's an adorable look for like work, but not like campground.
Everyone else had on like jeans
windbreakers.
But everyone was dressed like they were out
hiking.
But even Soomin's outfit was wrong.
Oh, Soomin looked good. Like it kind of showed out her figure.
It was jeans and then like a dressy shirt. Yeah. But even this is not like woods. So they were both like not dressed appropriately. But so Jihook comes up. He's consoling Jiwon.
Yes.
And she feels guilty about hurting Soomin, which when you learn about boundaries,
yes,
it is hard.
Boundaries are hard, yeah, because you feel bad. So he comforts her, and then this is the big moment. This is the moment. It finally happens, okay? So our Soomin finally seduces Minhwan.
I would love to seduce somebody.
So Minhwan is, listen, he's having fun. He's just drinking.
Man,
he's enjoying.
He took a
retreat.
shot.
He is enjoying the retreat. No one is working as per usual. They're having fun.
But why would they be working at nighttime?
I know.
In the woods?
Not working. They're drinking. Okay.
But you knew he was already drunk as shit because the way he had you didn't even see his hands. The way he took that shot, that paper cup went back and then just fell out of his mouth. And I'm like, oh, he's drunk as shit.
So Soomin, scary Soomin, again, this is a very determined Soomin. And it's kind of frightening, actually. She was creeping me out. It gave me like serial killer / like horror vibes.
Oh, this is very mad white woman in a movie.
Yeah, so she's staring at him like this while he's like drinking a shot. And he peers over and he's just like, oh. So he goes over to her, right?
Now, mind you, this the necklace.
Oh, yeah.
This is how you know the bitch knows what she's doing. Because everything she does, every movement is intentional. Because all she does is look at him.
And she's petting
the necklace. She says nothing. She doesn't lick a lip. She didn't even wink. And he's like, yeah. And he hops up.
He jumps up and he's like, this is it. I'm getting laid.
Right?
He's like, this is it. The penis is having a party. You
We
know what I
outside.
mean? The penis out. Okay. So he straight up asks her, because again, she's being very sexy and seductive. He's like, do you want to sleep with me?
But you got to be coy.
Uh-huh.
You got to be coy
And then
because if
she-
you want it, you're a floozy.
And then she goes, will it change anything? I'm still going to be, you're still Jiwon's boyfriend, and I'm still her best friend. And then he takes the bait, and they start kissing passionately.
I'll tell you one thing. This is the first time I've seen a kiss on a Korean drama. And
It was a
wasn't
sexy
17
kiss.
angles.
It was
like we're finally, boom. It's like we've had this build up. But what usually happens in a kiss, but this is the thing. This is the kiss. This is the wrong kiss. You see what I'm saying?
This is a bad kiss.
It's a bad kiss.
This is
That's
an
there was
evil kiss.
That's why there was only one camera angle.
Yes,
Evil
yes.
kiss.
This isn't a celebratory kiss.
No.
Like they're about to enter like
And Jiwon watches from the
the
shadow.
whole moon or whatever. They're about to
Under
enter
this moon.
Yeah.
And so about time someone's watching in an actual hidden location. She's not out in the open.
No.
She's out here in this cream suit looking very rich. Just
You could
giving
spot her a mile fucking away in that outfit.
Diane Keaton, whole fucking outfit. Just Christine Baranski on a camping trip, just looking rich.
Oh, and then she's like, this part, she's like crying.
And she's like crying.
And
then
then
G-Hawk just puts his hand over her eyes.
I thought this was so romantic. I screamed.
I loved it.
Screamed.
I loved it. Screamed. I loved
I
it.
screamed.
And she just collapses.
I know. This made me really sad.
I felt so bad for her
I
because
know.
it's like
she's
again,
reliving it. Like it's the betrayal.
the plan worked.
I know.
But the plan worked, which means they are exactly the people that she thought they are. Because then that's the most fucked up thing. I'm Jiwon's best friend. You're Jiwon's boyfriend. Will this change anything? And he doesn't answer the question.
No.
It's like, it's the only thing that's going to change is that before this moment, we didn't have sex, and then after, we did. But she collapses, and it's like, I understand. Because it's still happening.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty devastating seeing her cry. So right after, this was interesting. I think this comes back, so that's the only reason I'm bringing it up. So everyone's like, there's shenanigans happening in the woods at night, right? At any retreat, there's some shenanigans at night that just happens, okay?
Because
people are drunk.
People
There's a
want
lot of
to,
tension.
and they want to fuck up their marriage.
Right. So then Hyun and Chudan are walking around, right? And they're just chatting and they're hearing noises. So at first I was like, oh, are they going to run into like, the couple having sex? But I was like, that's a little too like risque for like
That's
Korean
very
TV.
American television.
Yeah. So I was just like, I don't know what that is. But they hear something, but they run off, right? Oh, but they also talk shit about Greensleeves. They're like, thank God Greensleeves isn't here. Ha ha ha.
Because you would have made this miserable. So this was my girl what moment.
Okay.
Because Hyun says, I hear that there's always horny elk. Because you hear a noise. That's what they said. She said, I hear there's horny elk out here.
Wait, was that the dubbing?
That's what was the dubbing said. And also in the subtitles, in the captions.
I did not see horny elk.
So
because I'm listening, obviously I'm watching in Korean, but I have the English subtitles.
So the English subtitles, it said on like, so it had to say she's like, I hear that there's horny elk out here. And I want to see them. And then they hear this noise, which I think is the climax of Minhwan.
No,
because you hear a noise.
I know you hear a noise, but I
And
thought
she
it was like
was
an
like-
animal noise.
That's the noise.
Okay, I
To
gotta
let
go
you-
back and rewatch this.
To let you know the sexy time is over, because then the next time you cut back to them, they're getting dressed. Because you hear a noise, and then that's when they run off, because the noise that they hear is an animal sound.
They're done having sex. She's getting dressed, right? They're getting dressed.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what he tells her? He's like, hey, we should keep this a secret from Jiwon.
Of course they should.
But did you also notice that Soomin did not like this response?
No.
Because Soomin,
Because she asked, will this change anything?
like any other woman who thinks a man will change for her, right? She actually fucking thought that her winning this guy over, seducing her best friend's boyfriend, she thought that he was going to break up with Jiwon and be with her.
This never works.
It never works.
This never
Ladies,
works.
We know this. It never.
Also, ladies, fellas, however you identify, if you're going to sleep with someone's partner, spouse, significant other, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, they're not going to end the relationship.
No, and they will literally, you are the other person. And most
And
likely,
you're not even a mistress.
most likely, they will have other people on the roster too. Because Minhwan
Has been sleeping with other people. He was at the
He's
bowling
going
alley trying to
out.
pull bitches.
Yes.
He was at another camping trip with his homeboy trying to pull bitches. He does this all the time. So she must not have known that he was sleeping with other people.
This is what I'm saying. So Soomin, her shock here, I'm like, wow.
She should have done more research.
She should be smarter.
She
Because
should have been
this
smarter.
to me, Soomin, if you're this manipulative, if you're all these things, and this is why I think we talked about this earlier, this is why I think she's a bit stunted, right? She's still stuck in the teenage mind. She still doesn't truly get, like, she knows how to play the games,
Yeah.
but she still hasn't lived life. You know what I mean?
Oh, because if she was a real grown-up, she would have known you break up the relationship because you're dangling sex in his face. Because everybody knows, listen, if a man's going to buy you gas, make sure you get that gas money before you sleep with him, because you're not going to get it after.
So this is the part where I'm just like, and he is truly a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
He is trash ass husband, forever will be, because
But we didn't expect him to break up
I
with
know,
her.
but it is just like, and then
To put the hand on the face, to hold the hand and be like, hey, girl, let's not tell Jiwon. It's like, no, she's trying to break Jiwon. You can't punish her if you don't tell her.
it's crazy. I can't believe. And then he basically tells her, he's like, we can't hurt Jiwon. You're her best friend. I'm her boyfriend. We can't do that to her. He tells her, like, we need to be realistic, right? And us being together would be too complicated. And then he's like, I just want to keep this as a beautiful memory. Is that too greedy of him? And you're
Yes.
like, shut the up. In that
Yes, this is
moment, I would have,
greedy.
if I'm Soomin, I would have punched him in the face and I would have walked off and be like, you.
I'd have been like, give me the receipt for this cheap ass necklace. First of all. And it's like, and that lets you know, it's like she didn't do enough of her research. You've been doing all of these things. It's like, so you knew she knew all the other things that were happening. So she knew she had the possibility. Because it's like, if she didn't think she could actually seduce him, then she wouldn't have tried it. Listen, I've never seduced. I don't think I've ever seduced a man. I think you would know if you seduce somebody.
I'm very like black and white. I don't know how to seduce.
I can
like,
say-
I don't think I seduced Thomas. I was very much like, hello. And like, I would like text him first. I'm like, hello, had a great time at the date. Would you like to go out again? I'm just not very like, I don't know how to be like, like, I'm not, like, I can't.
Or I can be very coy.
I am not coy.
I'm a coy.
I also just don't have time to be coy.
I love a coy. But my friends are
You're
like,
not a coy fish.
I had a friend tell me years ago that I have polite aggression. He said, so you're intense, but you're nice about it? Because if I'm pressing you, I'm pressing you. Flirting is...
I've genuinely, when I see someone
as a Southern
who's attractive,
woman,
you know what I do? I shut down. When I like you, I like you because I can't, like, when I was even younger, or like if I see someone cute, or that's different now, but I shut down. Like I get really shy and I hide.
You know, men I flirt with, men I don't feel like I can actually pull. Men that I think that I don't actually have a chance with
That
are the
you
ones
flirt
that,
with them?
Yeah. Because the one that I do like, I act like a ding dong and I say dumb things. But a man that I'm like, I can never pull this man. Let me go smile in his face.
No, I've never done that.
What I really want, and we can move on after this, but you know that Prince song, The Beautiful Ones?
I could hear it.
So basically, it's just him talking about some woman who was just like, he says that the chorus of the song is, the beautiful ones will hurt you every time. I just want to think that there's a man sitting in the dark playing this song on repeat, thinking about me. Because the song's like, baby, baby, baby. That's what I want. Don't these kisses treat you? And I just want it on repeat. And he's drinking not brown liquor, white liquor. Like vodka, straight, but like cheap vodka. Okay. And he's just sad. And I'm just living my life doing a podcast. That's what I want. That's all. Just one, not every day, just one day. Okay. Just a little bit.
We will manifest that for you.
That's insane.
Okay, so we will manifest that for you. So Minhwan is acting like this, right? But the next morning, he literally slides up to Jiwon and he's like, how did you sleep? Like, how can you sleep in a camper when your boyfriend is sleeping out here in the cold? And she's like, bitch, you and I both know that you weren't there. And she goes,
but
what
I
do you
came
mean?
to bring you hand warmers and you weren't there.
And he's like, oh,
that's when I went to the bathroom.
And then he's like, oh, like, why don't we get lunch? Why don't we get breakfast? why don't and then he's like, why don't we get breakfast? And he starts like walking and she's confused right now, okay?
This moment, mind you,
she's confused because right now she's expecting this plan to have worked. So she needs Minhwan to be with Soomin, not with her.
But she does not know the demon she is dealing with.
I know.
Because
I know.
She doesn't know that he's also been sleeping with other women. So when he rolls up, and this is like, it's very rare that I have two girl what moments in an episode.
No, it's okay. This entire
my other girl what
episode or
not
series,
not a girl what moment, but it's just like, sir, is like just like it's just a sir what is him making her plate when they're going down the line. It's like, do you want this? Do you want that? Now, mind you, yesterday you were yelling at me.
I know.
Acting like I can't solve a puzzle. I can't solve a crime. You know, we're up here on Jeopardy. I don't know what the letter is. Like, I'm incompetent. The next day, you're yelling at me, and then it's, well, I was in the bathroom, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, the jig is up.
Yeah.
Now I got to be nice. Mind you, Soomin,
oh God,
is walking with Jiwon.
I know.
And she's just like, I never get what I want. I never have what I'm supposed to have. And Jiwon's like,
what?
Okay. And they get to breakfast, which my mother was like, this is a gorgeous layout. Who brought these flowers?
It's gorgeous.
It's absolutely beautiful. And honestly, I love a catered breakfast.
And then Jiok is not moping, but Jiok is like watching and Jiwon's looking at him and they're just kind of like stunned because it's like, again, this plan isn't really working, which is kind of upsetting. I'd be super upset. If I'm them, I'd be like, what the just happened?
Well, for her, this should have let her know immediately, I am dealing with a truly trash ass person. Jihock and Jiwon realized the plan didn't work.
Yeah.
Since Minhwan being all over attentive, and then Soomin is upset, so now we're on the bus. We're leaving.
They're on the bus. And, I mean, it's basically Soomin is back there watching Jiwon and Minhwan sitting together. So she's upset. Jiok's doing the same thing. They realize the plan doesn't work. And now we skip, right? We jump to Soomin at her house, scratching with a pen. She is scratching out Jiwon's face in a very like voodoo, middle school. I don't even know, like scary kind of way. She's sitting there crossing her face out.
I cut one of my friends out of a picture. I found some pictures my mom brought back from clearing out her house. And it was like, who is in this picture? Oh, I remember who I cut out of this picture.
So she's doing that. And then again, she, in this moment, is coming up with a plan, right? Because like you said, she expected her plan to work. She expected Minhwan to be on her side, but he's not. So she has to come up with a new plan, right? So they are back in the office. So also, Minhwan tells his friend at the gym that he finally
hooked up with the best friend.
And then the friend is even shocked. He's like, why would you do that? You guys all work together.
Too close.
Like, what is this? And then Minhwan's like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, actually. And of course, you jump to UNK. And he's looking at his like daily assignments, I guess. Minhwan and Soomin are assigned to do a site visit at a grocery store. Okay. So they have to go together. So he's feeling a little weird.
Why would he be feeling weird?
It's awkward, right? And then there's Soomin, who's just kind of like, and she's kind of excited. I feel like she realizes this could be a moment for her to kind of, dig in a little deeper. Dig in a little deeper, right? But then she also, right before she leaves, gives a letter to Jiwon.
Very middle school.
It's a little card, right? And then Jiwon opens the card because they never fucking work. She's on the roof with Chihyuk, and they open the letter together.
The way he sits down for coffee is like he's been talking to her for years. I kind of liked it. He sat down and was like, "What's up?
Give me the tea. What's the update,
girl? What had happened?"
And then the letter says, she basically in the letter, she apologizes. She said that she was blind to Jiwon's feelings, right? She goes, the resentment you felt is my fault. Can we be friends again? She asks for forgiveness, and she tells Jiwon that you're too precious. You're my other half. You're too precious to lose. We can't let it in this way, right? And then Jihyuk, this is funny. Jihyuk's like, she's a pretty good writer.
She's a talented writer. She's a talented writer. Somebody call the Emmys right now. Somebody get the Harvard Lampoon on the phone because this is hilarious. But I'll tell you this.
Man.
If she could have put this level of manipulation into any other thing.
Yeah.
She could have been very successful with her life.
Another, like, what's her face? Musuri, right?
Yeah. If she would have taken her talents to Gryffindor. Or I don't know what that means.
Ravenclaw.
Sure. I've never seen
Hufflepuff.
those movies.
Hufflepuff's nice. She
Sure.
could have taken it to Hufflepuff.
Or Snaggletooth. Whatever they're called. I don't know anything about these
She's
movies.
a Slytherin.
That I understand. So it's clearly manipulation. But she was like, Jiwon says, if I didn't know the future, this letter would have swayed me.
Yeah, of course. I think the letter would have swayed everyone.
Would have swayed anybody. It's like, because... But that's how you know how truly manipulative she is. Yeah. Because some people are too proud to apologize. But she knows... Because sometimes...
She has no cards left.
Right. Because sometimes an apology is for you. And sometimes an apology is for the other person.
That
right?
is an apology for herself.
They have a supermarket assignment. And you would think this would be in the next episode. But no.
They're cramming it all in because we got to build it up,
It's still in this one because... Why make me wait to episode 9 when I could see this goofy cow manipulate him in episode 8? So now they're riding in the car together. She doesn't do anything. They get to the supermarket and they're unpacking stuff and they cut to this sign that says product allergies.
Which they leave behind.
And I was like, as someone who watches TV.
We're like, okay.
It's like, okay.
Something's going to happen to this.
So
someone's going to have an allergic reaction.
Someone's going to have a problem because the sign's not up. So Soomin...
Oh, God.
There was this like white tteokbokki sauce.
You're right. So, they were like setting up tteokbokki. They had the rosé tteokbokki, which we've had. And then this one was a cream-based one, just like a creamy, I guess like an Alfredo.
We love an Alfredo.
An Alfredo tteokbokki. She tries it. The sauce drips on her arm. And guess what she does?
On her hand, and she licks it off. And I'm just
Sexy again with the music.
And he was like, what? And he's like, what happens?
He gets a tinkle, as we say. He got a tinkle.
Listen, I've told a man that I've gotten a tingle, and he said it back to me, and I'm just like, why are we still standing up? So she's like, she does that. He gets a tingle. She's like, I'm going to go get the allergy sign. And she pulls her hair up in this ponytail, right? And so she rushes off. And Minhwan, the way he throws this list at somebody, he's like, yeah, do it. And the guy's like,
he's supposed to be training the employees, but he's like,
and the guy's like, do what? What do you mean? And so he throws the sign at him, and she comes up and she's sitting on just produce or product or something. She's just sitting on boxes, and she's writing in this notebook repeatedly. And he's like, what are you writing? And she hands it to her, and she hands it to him, and it just says, I want to do it.
Over and over again.
Over and over and over again. Which, girl, I get it. I get it. As someone who I promise you has been in heat for decades, I get it. Girl, listen, sometimes you're trying to act like that we aren't out here touching men to see if they have a strong back. And I'm out and about just...
Okay, so they go into a supply closet.
Right.
And
when they're already in the back.
They're already in the back. They find a supply closet. They throw the notebook to the side, and she pushes him against a box, against a wall of boxes, right? They're about to go at it, and she asks him before she goes, are you playing me? And then he goes, well, why don't we all three live together?
He said, yeah, back in the day, men used to have 2 women. And she's like,
what the f***? And then his phone rings. And then it's someone from outside.
One of the employees calling him.
Turns out because they neglected their job.
They didn't put up the allergy. They left the allergy sign in the car. She never got the allergy sign because they're playing hide the sausage in the storeroom.
Yes.
And someone's having an allergic reaction.
This man freaked out of the pine nuts. He had a pine nut allergy.
Which honestly went so many years of my life without knowing what the hell a pine nut was.
So then they go to the hospital. And this part got me. They paid them off. Like, you would think that every single employee saw what happened. I would have thought that would have gone up to corporate. No, it didn't. They hid it. They tried to like cover it up.
I thought it would have gotten on social media.
That too, but isn't
after
that
the last
wild?
scandal that they had?
I know.
If I was, because there was a bunch of people just standing there from the grocery store.
So again, if I were like, if this was like a Jiwon situation, Jiwon had been like, oh my gosh, she would have called corporate and be like, I'm so sorry this happened. This was a mistake. You know, like people like me, like you, like we would just be honest and be like, this happened. No, but these fuckers, they try to cover it up. They pay. Minhwan doesn't have any fucking money, okay, at this point.
But he swipes some card confidently. They pay the bills.
And then he goes, oh, don't worry. I have my TKU stock. And as soon as he pays it, guess what happens in the back?
The founder of TKU has been on the run for what, 47 days? They couldn't find this man. The employees haven't been paid in 2 months. How much money does he make at this job? Because it feels like it's none.
I don't think they get paid a lot.
Well, they definitely don't work.
Well, maybe that's why they don't get paid. Back at UNK, Minhwan is yelling at Jiwon about the TKU stock, you know, his financial losses. It's like he's like lost all this money.
And she's like, I don't know.
She plays dumb. She's like, I don't know. What do you do? Da, 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 da. But then a flashback, he tells Soomin, right? Mm-hmm. I think they were in the closet at this point. Mm-hmm. She tells him, he's like, hey, I need to marry Jiwon now. Oh no, he tells her in a different closet. It's like they're in another closet.
They're in another.
This their own supply closet.
So they went from one supply closet
to another supply closet.
And so it's because you would have thought she wouldn't have gotten another closet with him.
No, but she did.
But she still needs to do this thing.
And then he tells her that he needs to marry Jiwon. Basically, he's marrying her because he needs to secure the bag. He needs to secure this woman who he believes is going to give her all the money, right? All the money because she's a hard worker. She's going to forever work and support him.
He said fate is putting a break on their relationship.
Oh my God.
And then Soomin promises to keep their affair a secret. And she's like, I just want you to be happy. And that's when he should have been worried. So later, Minhwan takes Jiwon out drinking.
Oh, God. And she just basically knows him. He's there. He's buttering her up. And then he's basically like, I was planning to propose to you this year, but, with the TKU financial. So she kind of like gets it. She's just like, this man right now is trying to ask me for money. He needs something from me. And he's doing this in this weird ass roundabout way.
Because he's framing it as becoming family.
Which the voiceover killed me. Him being like, I know that this is going to get her to, I know she's going to melt when she hears family because I know she's obsessed with that.
Because she's wanted a family.
Fuck you, bro. Knowing that and using that against her, trash. Just fuck him, And then he asks her to marry him. Right. He proposes and she just kind of smiles eating the carrot, which is so funny. She's like eating the carrot. She's like just grinning. And then he's getting upset. He's like, what's this response? Like, why aren't you saying yes? Like, what do you like, And he's like freaking out. Right. I know.
I mean, I'm proud of her for not saying anything.
Yeah. Well, she has to figure out the plan. Right.
Because she can't say yes now because then he's going to be like, come off them ducats. So she's got to come up with a cunning plan.
Yeah. So now she is walking with Chihyuk on their old college campus. And they're walking to her judo class, right? And then she sees where her cat Pang used to play. And she tells him about this cat, okay? And then he's like, I had an accident. 2005. And we go back to that flashback that we saw way back in like episode 2, right?
But we couldn't figure out if the car killed him or not. Is the cat still alive? What happened?
And he heroically saves the cat. He gets hit, but he's
he
like,
ruptured his ACL. So now he can't go back to the military.
Yeah.
Because he saved the kitty cat.
Yes, which is kind of cute.
And then Jiwon is shocked.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh, that's
my
cat. That's my cat.
And she's like tearing up again. She's like, it's the cheese tabby that hates people.
With a bad personality. And at the apartment, she tearfully reunites with Pong.
It's so cute.
And then he gives her this international phone number of a fucking passcode. He said basically 8675309. To get into this fucking apartment. And
he's like, you can come anytime. He wants her there anytime, They're playing with the cat, with the kitty cat toys, and she's telling him about the time, the original proposal from Minhwan.
Oh, God.
Which,
so sad.
This is probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. This is pretty comical, though.
This is hilarious.
It's hilarious. It's literally... I think he had like 5 balloons on the wall.
One of them was popped.
That he taped, right? So he blew them himself, taped, one was popped. He had a makeshift cake that looked like Nutella sandwiches that he like couldn't even cut like properly. Stacked up. He just literally like dripped the Nutella on.
And then a paper that said, would you marry me? But Mary was spelled like Christmas.
With the E.
And he crossed the E out and put an A.
Yeah. And then Jiwon tells Chihyuk that even in that moment when she was dumb, she was not very pleased. And she was a bit disappointed with the proposal. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
The man could not even rewrite.
Didn't even get another piece of paper.
Will you marry me?
Didn't even get another piece of paper when he realized he spelled it wrong.
Didn't even remove the busted balloon on the wall. All he needed to do is take it down.
And just move the other one in its space. If you didn't have one more balloon, just move it over.
Pretty upsetting. I feel really bad for her. So
But that really lets you know that she had
just
nobody.
Like she is just at rock bottom. So she tells Chiok, she's like, I don't want anything. Like, I want a better one. Like, I can't let this happen again, right?
Right.
So they're basically plotting together because they're like, okay, so clearly he's going to propose. So maybe the plan is kind of shifting. So maybe I just have to accept this.
That I'm gonna marry him.
Or at least accept the proposal, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a weird cut to...
Very weird
let's
cut. As the director, because like a director's in the edit.
I don't know why they did this.
The showrunner, the director, the editor, everybody, the producer, everybody agreed to going from that bad proposal to this amazing proposal where he combed his hair in a different direction, which he should honestly do more often. And I was like, what the f***?
Well, so I didn't quite understand. So they jumped to Chiok's grandfather approving drones through UNK like aeronautics or something. They have a department where they're like making all this like aircraft.
We gotta marry Chebbles, dude.
Yeah. So like it's a weird scene. Seokjun's there. He's getting the signature, and the grandpa's like, "Why the f- do we need drones? Like, what is this?" Right? We jump to that scene. Right? It's a beautiful like backyard home. Don't know where this is.
One of Grandpa's estates.
Yes. And then you have these drones like are just like flying around like in the sky in different colors. It's beautiful.
I don't think they could make them formations in 2013.
Apparently, I don't know. So it says Spring Day, which was quite random. Is that a throwback to BTS?
I think it is.
Okay. Cool.
I think that was Jihawk's way of getting in.
Okay. Jihawk's like, well, I'm going to let you.
Because if it's a UNK production, then Jihawk is the EP of this whole thing. So I think Spring Day was like a nod to like, remember
BTS,
the plan.
Okay.
And then Minhwan looks great.
He looks great and he proposes, right? And he shows her the ring and then behind him it says, "Will you marry me?" correctly spelled.
With drones, so it better be.
Drones. Then oddly enough, in the back, I mean, it's like a whole thing. It's like a birthday party, basically.
It's an audience.
Jihyuk's there. Soomin is there. Chudan is there watching this.
And Hyun.
Yes, Hyun.
And she's very excited.
She's excited. Soomin's just like, oh my God.
She's so mad.
Yeah. And then we do these like pan in, right? They look at Minhwan and Minhwan goes, I hope she doesn't notice it's a cubic ring.
I hope
a
she
cubic
doesn't
zirconia ring.
Honestly, I wouldn't care because I'm not going to marry you anyway.
But then he goes, but it's not like she'll toss it. This man in the middle of this beautiful proposal.
The box lights up. So if, we all know diamonds because of the big timers twinkle and glisten. So if it ain't twinkling and glistening like it's supposed to, but it doesn't, what a crazy thing to be worried about.
Exactly.
During this. But Soomin, her voiceover, I won't let them get married. So Soomin had to be there because she has to still execute her plan.
Right.
Because Minhwan is not doing what he's supposed to be doing by not marrying her.
Right. And then Chiok is looking at Jiwon being like, I'll do anything for you, Jiwon. And then finally,
Jiwon's voiceover. You'd hate to see me happy. Please do anything to marry my husband. This is the second time in this series that they have said the name of the series. And I'm like, quit having these jump the shark moments.
She's looking at Soomin and she's like, so.
Yeah, ho, come on, come get him.
So I feel like this show is split into like parts, right? So part one was, because we have her saying at the end of episode 1, it was, please marry my husband.
Please.
She says it, right? And then she goes through everything. We have the setup. And now this is the second half. This is the second half of the story. This is the second half. So now it's Jiwon, Jihook, and everyone kind of accepting her fate that she's going to get proposed. Like she's gonna,
She's getting proposed to, but a proposal is still not
a
wedding.
So they understand like this is what fate is doing, which is interesting, which makes this drama fun, right?
Yeah.
It would have been too easy, right? If Minhwan and Soomin would have just gotten together right away. Because what else are we going to talk about?
Also, we still have 8 more episodes. So for them to hook up in episode 8 makes sense. I didn't think, because here's what you have to go. All the steps that she went through, right? Did Jiwon go too far? Like, did she do too much?
She may have. Like,
did she have to fight the girl and tell her I hate you? And did she have to do all of those things?
I think that in the moment she felt like she needed to do it because again, her goal was getting them together,
Yes.
right? But I think again, maybe the plan not going to what she expected it, like not going to her plan, like or not going accordingly to what she wanted, I think it changes things a bit. So maybe she did kind of overdo it, right?
But I think she did everything she needed to do to get Soomin to do what she knew what Soomin was going to do.
And I guess Soomin did it.
Soomin did what she was supposed to do. Minhwan was the wild card because she never thought about what Minhwan was going to do. Because she probably thought that if they get together, then it's going to split, then it's going to end their relationship. She didn't realize how much of a dirtbag and much a trash-ass husband and a trash-ass man Minhwan was. Because the whole time she was focused on trying to get them to sleep together because she thought that was going to end her relationship. She did not realize how greedy and money hungry Matt Minhwan was. Because the only reason they're not together is because Minhwan wants Jiwon's money. If Soomin made more money,
he would be with Soomin.
Right.
Well, yeah, because he always says it. He's like, Jiwon is marriage material. Why? She's smart and she's hardworking, right?
Because we all know that we have, it's...
And at this point, Soomin has not proved herself. She's not a full-time employee.
She's not a full-time employee.
She didn't go to the good college.
She's
still an intern. She is still not making money, so she hasn't truly proven herself. She's just hot.
She's pretty. That's why she's in Mr. Kim's face. That's why she's in Greensleeve's face. That's why she's in his face. Because you have to also understand, he's paying attention to what she's doing. Because if he's sleeping with other women anyway, he's cheating on her doesn't matter who he does it with. So Soomin doesn't know he's cheating.
Jiwon doesn't know that he was cheating with other people.
Jiwon doesn't know that he's cheating. Yeah. So they don't know his backstory. We know all this information. So she doesn't know what Minhwan's up to, but she knows Minhwan's after her money. So for this plan to really work, for this plan to have truly worked, it would have made more sense to try to get Soomin on as a permanent employee and get her making more money.
Yes.
So giving Soomin the stock tips.
Yeah, making Soomin buy the Roy Gentle stocks, putting her on
the meal kit team.
Yeah.
Making Soomin,
raising her stock, literally.
Raising her stock. So going to Jihook and making, let's go. So if they were paying attention, we got to go to Jihook and go, we got to make Soomin a permanent employee. We have to put Soomin on this. We have to give Soomin another project. We have to do something to make her a permanent employee because right now she's not desirable to Minhwan in a wife way.
Yeah.
Only in a side chick way.
Which is crazy because I think Soomin believes, or she wants to believe, that she is marriage material. You know what I mean? So I think, again, Soomin, too, has gotten the rug. What is that expression? Like
the rug pulled out
underneath her because she literally went into this thinking that she was going to win this guy over. She thought she had him in the palm of her hand. She thought he was Greensleeves. She's like, oh, I have him. And then what he did to her, it's what women, I think these women expect when they have these ill intentions towards, their friends' boyfriends or like whatever, right? If they go in with the goal of stealing someone, they think that they can really do it. They think that they can win them over. But it's not true. Like, men at the core, like you said, right? Minhwan knows exactly what Soomin is doing. Yes, he fell for it, but he's also like, he's just as manipulative as she is.
Right.
So then I think for her, this is a big shock, right? She didn't expect it to go her way.
Because you thought that pussy was going to make that man leave.
No.
I've said this forever. You can't make a man leave that wants to stay, and you can't make a man stay who wants to leave.
Yeah.
And you can't do that with any person. There are plenty of people that get cheated on all the time, and they still don't go anywhere. So the fact that you thought that what you had going on between you down there was going to stop this man. But if they both had more information, then they would have been like, oh, this would have never worked. But it's very much a high school thing. There's plenty of girls that you knew, plenty of boys that you knew that are just like, well, I'm going to sleep with this person and I'm going to break up their relationship. And I have seen this not work more times than it has worked.
It usually doesn't.
It usually doesn't work.
It usually doesn't work.
And then that other person has to flip the out. Because a lot of times this happens, the other person doesn't know. Because the only thing that could happen is the only thing that Soomin has over Minhwan is that if Jiwon finds out, is the only card she has. So you either keep sleeping with him to try, and so. But the thing is, he shut it down.
He did.
Immediately after they slept together,
he's like, okay, well, I got the conquest. I won.
All right, I'm got
done. One and done. Like, hey, thank you so much.
Sometimes a man just wants to know what it feels like and he's done. Sometimes you just want to ride a dick and then you're done. Sometimes you just want to have the experience and you're like, all right, it happened, boom, and you're over. Because she really thought that getting him was going to work. And it's like, it's... because
she's an idiot. I was assuming is such a fucking idiot.
Because now the only thing she can do is keep sleeping with him. So now all she can do is try to make him break his word to her and to himself.
What an episode.
Man.
A lot of stuff packed in.
Real work was done.
This was it's so much fun. Like this series. It's
because everything is so relatable. We've all heard this story.
It is.
Like, listen, you don't know anybody that dropped a helicopter in a pear field. You don't. You don't know anybody who rolled up to a small town with boxes of beef and cashmere. Lobster, beef, and cashmere. All the animals.
This
is,
yes.
But this, you've heard this story. You've been this girl. Either any of these girls. You've been Hyun enjoying a cheesecake. You've been chewed on at a job with a trash ass relationship and seeing some man you admire. You've been Jiwon, and you have been Soomin, whether you knew about it or not.
That's a wrap on episode 8.
Man, if this was episode 8, episode 9.
It gets
crazy.
Wild. So we'll be back next Wednesday to recap episode 9 of Marry My Husband. It's going to be very exciting. Please be sure to follow us on the socials. We're currently at 11,000, probably a little bit more now when this airs by the time it goes on Instagram. Please follow us on TikTok, YouTube. We love YouTube. YouTube engagement. Love it. We love the comments. People are writing essays. They are critiquing. There's a lot of stuff.
I'm telling you, people feel this show.
They do. They're just like, and then there's a lot of comments that we're getting about the webtoon as well, which I am trying to get through. It's just a lot.
Should I read it too?
It's super easy. It's like, before bed, just flip through it. It's just like 100 episodes, but
Can I do it on my iPad?
Yeah, you can do webtoon. It's a webtoon. Be sure to check our website. We have information about the live shows up there as well.
September the 1st at the Hollywood Improv, 7:30 p.m. in the lab. Tickets are on sale now. Come through, show out. We are going to have merch. We're going to have a special guest. And you got to get this merch because it's going to be handmade by me and Mumsy. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And we'll see you for the next K-Drama Chase. Sarangees!
Chasing K-Dramas is hosted and executive produced by Dulcé, Sloan, and me, Chrissy Choi. I edit the audio and video, and our production is led by Thomas Yuen from TY Media and Go Get 'Em Productions. Our artwork is designed by Yice Cream. We're an indie podcast and we're always looking for fun partnerships. If you're a brand that's interested in sponsoring our chases, or for your fan who just wants to stay in touch, please check out our website at chasingkdramas.com.